And we're back! Welcome to another episode of Awesome Stuff Badly with me, Uncle Dr. Ernie. And what we're currently doing really badly is trying to add SVG support into reactive coffee. Now, it looks like we got that working, but when I try to test it with my framework, it doesn't do what I want it to do. So, let's take a look. So, I put these things all nicely here in one folder. So when I draw my object here, it looks nice, but it doesn't rotate. Whereas when I was doing it with the resulting HTML, it looks fine. So the first question is, am I generating the HTML properly? So let me go and open this guy in my running browser and inspect the element. And this is the SVG that's being generated. And if I paste that in here instead of the script, then reload it, it works peachy. So, unfortunately, that means that the generated code is fine, the generating process is flawed. Ooh, bummer. Now, which means that we have to go back to our reactive coffee project and figure out what's going wrong. Now, the thing that's weird is that, sorry, keep that going there. This is the hour node. That's what we have here. Let's move these out here so as to avoid creating our namespace. And XML namespace doesn't really seem to make any difference. So let's just get rid of that for now. Let's look at a new branch. And let's go back here where we have all these branches. Mostly useless. Let's get rid of that last good. $13, 1009 -1015. So we have that tag, and then we can check out -b. What is the branch we're working on here? Child creation. Right, because where things are awkward is that we don't seem to be creating the right children. And that's probably because two nodes is causing to be created. So let's check it out here. Console log child. Brent Carmel. Text item. instead of being a nice simple Jigsaw, we have this really monstrous creature here. Everything else seems to be a truly monstrous bit of jiggery going on here. Let's go rerun that here where we see that. Okay, that was weird. Okay, yeah, I know. So it's not treating it as raw HTML. What is it treating it as? Let's split this out here. We'll do it there, just in case they inherit. You're never quite sure what's going on in JavaScript land. Element. Okay, we are instrumenting our code. Let's see. So what we're doing, let's rerun that top. Okay, so what we're seeing here, let's clean up that formatting a little bit here. Easier than training our eyes to read it, teach the computer to make it easier for us to see. That's text, that's text. And that's interesting, we're actually losing some data when we stringify it there. Good, we're learning something unexpected. Logic that is fine. But when it's SVG element, it goes all berserkers when we print it out. Really spectacular snippet of, it's like an entire environment. Well, that, how was the play? Wait, yeah. It's certainly an instance of SVG element, and that's where it's And what's happening is so what 2 nodes is doing seems like it should be fine. It's not really any different. And let's go back to our SVG fiddle here and see. Excuse me about that. A little bit of background noise. Right, is this the SVG fiddle? The original SVG fiddle? Well, let's go back to our base. So what it's doing here, this is the set prop business of contents. Return on contents. Let's return the child, and then what it does with 2 nodes, it has to do an append child. Oh, maybe the problem's on the other side, is that we can't append to the rect because it is not a real element. But no, we are append child, aren't we? No, because our mate, we're just getting. No, that is what we're doing here, right? It's probably not doing anything. All right. Yes, we have an SVG rect element. We have an SVG element which is not a rect element, which is a little odd. Well, of course, it's not an element, right? It is something else. Elements, just make sure. I have nothing here, but let me just make sure I know what's going on. List of SVG elements. So let's look at our web pages here, which we never. Which now is fine. Oh, okay. Oh. Wait, what is the thing there? Wait, why am I sometimes getting that and sometimes not? Okay. Okay. We can find the rect there. It's got a child of some kind. Okay, child node 0 being created there. True. Excellent. Just out of curiosity, rect is also, right, even though it's a, let's make sure I got the inheritance thinking correct. Okay. So the rect is the element, the animate transforms an SVG element. When we load it manually, it's fine. When we create it dynamically, it gets confused because, what? Is there a difference? No, because in here, when we add it manually, we are just peachy, right? Now, there's a possibility that this is not an SVG HTML thing. It's a reactive thingamajobber. So let's go back into AutoSub and compare. Go this way. Grunt. Calculation again. Okay. Now, got our friend make tag. Which is the line that we are interested in, right? That's unexpected. Yes. But when we look at our contents, we get some awkwardness, which is surprising. Can't call it directly. Oh well, just go with it. Okay. This is our ob cell. Now, what we do here is different than what they do up here, because they have this funky auto sub routine. And we need to update SVG contents because otherwise we get all these. All right, see if it works. Okay, doesn't seem to hurt. Does it actually help at all? That is a different question. Does not help. Repeating anime transform. It's not actually being bound here. Which raises the question is what's different between what we're doing and what was being done here. Okay. Okay, this is the thing that works. It is manually adding stuff. That is the path that's being called. Okay, that's weird. This is just the perversity of white space, no doubt. Yes, that is. Oh, right. Here, update contents captures the element, but that can't possibly be the problem. Famous last words. A few more minutes to try and make some headway out of this. Way too much stuff going on here. Oh, that's not. Contents is B. So it's this thing called a B, which I guess is really just the cell, observable cell. And the code is to deal with it is, so that's what the thing we should be getting, is that. Okay, that's meaningful, because the thing we are actually getting is an SVG tag. This little Let's just try one last thing to see if I can make some sense out of this. If we make it, where are we? And can we do that here? Yes. We are getting the array with our appropriate child value. So what we observe is that we are calling here, we have a element above, and we have a child beneath. We're calling the exact same thing, as far as we can tell, and getting a completely different, a noticeably different behavior. Let's just take a look and see if this thing is actually. And that's interesting, because when we do it here, we get a whole lot of drama, right? And just like massive snippet, when we do it over here, we get what? So while it is possible, wait, let's just check this real quick. Run this. Fix our indentation because tabs are the spawn of the devil. Yes. Okay, that is an SVG element. Where's this? Monstrosity is also an SVG element. Okay, so it's really just a difference of orientation. Okay, so I have two identical GoPats doing apparently identical things. The parent's an SVG rect element. Child is a element, but the SVG contents code. Doing the exact same thing, the exact same place, the exact same way, and it's not working, and I have no idea why. Right? Unless there is some subtle, they're both SVG elements, they both render out to the same thing eventually. Why does this one render like that? Is that just a display issue? I know I'm supposed to stop here, but I just gotta know. Well, I'll have to figure it out next time. Thank you for joining me. See you next time on more awesome stuff, even more